Salazar, and I'm a proud member of the Choose to Change Mentoring Program. The Choose to Change Mentoring Program is a self supporting Christian based group sponsored by the Choose to Change Foundation. There is no fee to attend this class, but we do encourage donations from our members and anyone else who believes in what we do. The only requirement for membership is a sincere desire to change your life. We're on a mission to restore families by inspiring, challenging, and equipping men to become better fathers, husbands, and leaders in our community. So if you're ready to change your life, then you're in the right place. Through this program, you will learn exactly where to start your changed life journey, tools and resources to keep you going, and a support system to help you reach your goals. The Choose to Change mentoring program believes in three key principles of life. Number one, we believe in the life-changing power of God through faith in Jesus Christ. Number two, we believe that God has already done his part, and that is your responsibility to learn to do your part. Number three, success or failure is a choice, and the choice is yours. So if you're ready, say, I'm ready. All right. It's been a good day today. Uh, Again, welcome to everyone who's watching on the live streams, watching on YouTube. Give a like, comment, share. And I did have something that I was going to share, but I can save that for another time. I was thinking about right now before we started, we're just talking about uh, just different things. But one of the things that we're talking about was just we've come a long way. Choose to Change just started in a room in I think it started in Orlando's living room with him just talking to no one there or one person on the couch. It went to in a little back room of the church, and now like it's this area, and it's like we've just come a long way, and I don't want to take that for granted where we come from and how we started. I remember when I walked in June 11, 2015, my mind was all twisted. I was ready to go to church, but it was Thursday. We have church on Wednesdays. I was thinking it was Wednesday, and I was like, I'm gonna go to church, and that's it. And I found Orlando, and he's like, Hey, you're kind of twisted. Sit down, and and I just learned. I just learned what it was about, how I could change my life, and yeah, I'm still here. So okay, and I'm still here. So I'm thinking that man, how long, where I came from, how I got from there to here, and it's a big thanks to Orlando and what he does, to the Choose to Change Foundation, to the church, to the people here, and just I'm grateful, and this is something for you to think about. How far have you come, and are you grateful? We're going to hear tonight from Orlando Salinas, CEO, writer, world traveler. Orlando Salinas. Come on down.
All right, Frank. You give me too many props, Frank. We're just on a mission to help people, specifically men, change their lives. I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. Chavarria, thank you, Frank, Daniel. Those of you watching online. Um, it's been an interesting year for me. And because I think I shared this already, but kind of going with what Frank was talking about, how far we've come, and I want you to think about that in your own life, where you are at, wherever you may be in your life. where have you come from? Where were you 5 years ago, 10 years ago? If uh, if this class has helped you in any way, please let us know. That's something that we would like to know. Today, I'm going to talk about choose to change and what we're doing here, and just kind of take a break from teaching and uh, um, preaching. And I just want to ask the audience and people in general, or tell you, should I say, I want to make sure that everybody that watches, once in a while, I want to tell everyone exactly what we do. What is the Choose to Change Ministries? What do we do? A lot of people don't know, right? And so I thought we'd talk a little bit about that today, about what is the Choose to Change Foundation. So if someone asked you, Chavaria, what is the Choose to Change Foundation? What would you say? What would you tell them? Because, well, I'm going to help you answer that question. So, you know what? Might be a nice to drink a cup of coffee while I'm doing this. There you go. So, in any case, again, welcome. My name is Orlando Salinas. I started this organization. And by the way, normally we have a regular class. I'm always teaching in this class. Well, you know what? Let me just start with I wrote some questions. Let me just go right through these, and let's talk about. I'm gonna have a coffee today, just like that. Perfect. Thank you. I wanted to just relax and just have a little open discussion. If anybody has any questions, any comments online, please let us know. But if someone would ask you, what is Choose to Change Ministries? What is the Choose to Change Foundation? Here's what we are. We are a Choose to Change Ministries is a 501c3 Christian-based organization with the goal of helping men change their lives. That's it. With the goal of helping men change their lives. Right? Our mission is to restore families by inspiring, challenging, and equipping men to become better fathers, husbands, and leaders in our community. That's what we do. The reason I started doing that is because we live in a very, very crazy world today. Very crazy. And everybody's going to have to make some choices about what they believe. What they believe about God, what they believe about our society, what they believe about themselves, what they believe about religion. Everybody's going to have to make a decision. And while people are trying to figure all that out, the family, men, women are going crazy, and we're losing our men that should be leading our families, becoming a father and a husband and a leader in their home, because there's so much confusion. And there's a lot of men in prison whom we work with, and you'll learn here in a minute, or have messed up their life, or were drug addicts, and they don't know how to change their life. They don't know where to start. And this is what the Choose to Change Foundation is. That's what I mean by I'm on a mission to restore families by inspiring, challenging, and equipping men to become better fathers, husbands, and leaders in our community, because I believe that's what we need. We desperately need that in our society today. We need more fathers. We need more husbands, and we need more leaders. Now, having said that, I know there's a lot of needs in our society today. There's a lot of needs, Chavaria. There's a lot of needs. So maybe there's something in your heart. There's a need that you can see that you want to meet, or you want to help, or you want to make a difference. Well, go do it. In my case, I want to help men. Ex-convicts, ex-drug addicts, people in recovery. We can help you here. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you about our faith. Our faith, we put Jesus Christ at the center of everything we do. We believe in the life-changing power of God through faith in Jesus Christ. We use biblical values and principles for the life change and success and overcoming in life. That's what we do. We use those. So here's the next question. What exactly do we do, Chavaria? So what exactly do we do? I'm going to give you exactly what we do. There's 6 things. We take the gospel of Jesus Christ into the Texas prison system. That's what we do. That's number 1. We take the gospel of Jesus Christ into the Texas prisons. We do this through weekly or bi-weekly and monthly events and worship services. We're about to start going to the Willacy Detention Center here in Raymondville, Texas. We're going to start going over there now. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Number 2, we host seminars and classes inside the prison where we teach life change skills and personal growth strategies using Christian values and principles. Number 3, we mentor men in prison there one-on-one. We talk to them, we pray for them. Number 4, we connect men. This is a huge one. This is a big one, what we do, Chavaria. We connect men and their families to a church outside once they are released from prison. And it doesn't matter where they live in Texas. So if you're watching this and you have someone that lives in somewhere around the state of Texas and you need a church to connect to go to, we can help you with that. So then people in prison are from all over the state of Texas. So one of the major gaps in the prison ministry is that once men are released from prison, they have to go find a church. Well, I can help them with that. We can help them with that. That's a big, big gap that's missing, and Choose to Change can fill that gap in the prison ministry. So if you need help finding a church, we can do that. And that's what we do for men in prison. We connect them and their family to a church once they are released. That's number 4. Number 5, we host weekly mentoring classes, this one, in our local church after they are released. And we offer this 90-day transitional program to men after they're released from prison. We offer this 90-day challenge that I give them, right? To help them. And we provide a relationship-based, this is number 6, we provide a relationship-based support system through our local church. It's not like I'm changing people. It's a process. That's what we teach in here. It's a process. So we provide a relationship-based support system through our local church and help men transition back into society and with their families. That's what we do. In fact, I'm going to write these, put them on paper where everybody knows exactly what we do. Any questions? Nobody has questions. So who do we work with? Who do we work with at the Choose to Change Ministries? Who do we work with? Pretty much I answered that with what we do, right? But we basically work with men in prison. Okay? Men with criminal history, which are in probation or parole. Men in recovery. There's some people that are coming out of prison, they go to rehab, they go to halfway houses, Chavaria. They go to a halfway house, or they go to a what do they call it? After they get released from prison, they go to a rehabilitation, and then they get out, and they're in recovery. They can come over here, and we can help them in the recovery. And also, and we also work with anybody seeking direction for their lives. Like Frank said, he just kind of stumbled into our class. He was lost and confused. And I'm telling you, he was really lost and confused. If you think he's lost and confused now, you should have met him 10 years ago. So he's doing really, really good. So what I did is I just answered the question, who do we work with? We work with men in prison, men with criminal histories and parole probation. In other words, that are already out of prison. Men in recovery, and anyone who seeks direction for their lives. So the question is always asked, do you work with women? And the answer is yes, we can work with women, but we focus mainly on men. Where exactly do you find your clients or people you work with? Where do we find these men, Chavaria? Do you know that? Parole office. We go into our local prisons and prisons around the state of Texas. We go into our local parole and probation and rehab centers. We go into rehab centers, sober living homes, and halfway house. That's how we find men. And then, of course, anybody that invites people over here that know about what we do. We have parents, we have sisters, brothers, family members. They hear about us, they invite us. They invite them to our class. And here's the question of the evening. What kind of programs do we offer here? When people think of Choose to Change, what is it we actually offer? Well, number one, this class every single week. We've been having this class for over 10 years now. Well, we're going on 10 years. Every single week, where I teach what I call the process of change, which is life change is a process. We all know that now. And if you're the first time watching this, life change, success, and overcoming in life is a process. And this is what we teach in these rooms. What it takes to change your life. It's a process. There's a lot of areas in your life that need changing. Your habits, your mindset, your attitude. It's a process. And I teach that. In other words, if you were the way I like putting it is that if you're if a 25-year-old kid or something came to you and asked you, man, I'm lost, I'm confused, I need direction. How do I change my life? What would you tell them? Well, you tell them, come to Choose to Change, and they'll teach you exactly how to change their life. And that's what we teach. You know, where to start, how to keep going. That's what we teach. We offer a mentoring class every single week here in this local church. We do weekly services and events in local prisons, in rehabs, in jails. Like I said, we're going to start going to the Willacy County in Raymondville, Texas. Maybe someone watching may know someone in there. Well, that's where we're going to go next. We're going to start going there on a weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly basis. We have monthly events in prison and jails, our prison invasions. We take a group of men and women into the prison, and we're going to start doing these prison invasions again. We just haven't done them. There you go. We haven't done them in a while because of COVID, because of so many things that have been going on. Well, this is what we do. This is what we started doing years ago. So we got to get back to that. And that's the programs that we offer. And then, of course, in the prison, I do the seminars and the classes to teach men and women, or men, in prison before they get out what I teach them here. That way they learn before they get out. And I like that picture. That we were at the Lopez unit in that here. All right. So, any questions? Any questions, Chavaria? So, has there been any success here? Do we have any success stories? Better believe it. We have, and this is what we were talking about when we started this meeting. I was talking to the guys here. I ask, why isn't there more men or more people in this class? I've been speaking to the parole office every single month for the last 10 years. I speak to 30, 40, up to 50 men and women every single month and invite them to this class. Do people not want to change? I don't know. Maybe people don't want God. So if you're watching here, let me say this, and you have a sincere desire to change your life, you need to thank God for that, because not everybody gets there to that sincere desire to change your life. But as far as results, we're talking about when we first came in, when I first started this program, there were several men that came in. I remember Oscar Cruz. We all know about Oscar Cruz. I'm answering the question, what kind of success have we had? Oscar Cruz had lost his family. He had been in prison 2 or 3 times since he was juvenile. Came to our church, came to our program, locked into our church, into these support system that we offer here. Became a disciple at the church. Decided he wants to preach the gospel, and today, 8 years later, he's a pastor. We can talk about Rudy. Rudy started coming here. He was already coming to church, but he started coming to the class. And he started learning some principles about life change and success and overcoming the obstacles in his life. He learned some few principles. He took action, and today he owns his own business. We talk about Danny Martinez, 2 times to prison. We talk about Chavarria. Been here how long, Chavarria? 6 years? 6 years, ex-gang member, ex. Tattooed all over his head, all over his arms. Today he's a humble young, well, you're not a young man no more, Chavali. But, very, very loved member of our church. Very, very helpful in everything we do. Chavarria has been helping us here at this meeting for, I don't know, 6 years or so. And he always volunteers. He's very helpful. And then, of course, Frank Salazar, who helps as well. Every meeting they set up the room. They make the coffee. They clean up. I mean, they really, really helpful. They help us a lot here. And just waiting for men, for when people come in, they have a place to sit and relax and learn. I can talk about Chris Garcia, Juan Peña, and many others that have come through these doors that are making it. So yes, we are having an impact. Oh, and not to mention the thousands of men and women that have been touched through our events and programs in the prison. Thousands of men who have given their life to Christ. Thousands of men who have been touched and made a decision to change their lives. So the families that have come into the church because of the men that have come through this program. So we are having an impact, a major impact in the lives of families in our community as we fight against fatherlessness, drug addiction, and family violence. That's what we're doing. So, how can you help? How can you help? If you're watching today and this program has helped you in any way, how can you help? Well, let me give you a few ways that people can help. I know maybe tell somebody about us. Tell your mother, your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife. Tell somebody about us. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Facebook channel, or Instagram. That'll really help us as we always seeking for sponsors and sponsorships, to people to help us in our endeavors to continue changing lives and helping men change their lives, restore families. Volunteer. in our events as we move forward in going to the prisons again, because we haven't been going, especially since COVID. We can start. You can volunteer if you want more information about being a volunteer. Reach out to us. No matter where you're from in Texas, reach out to us. Pray for us. It's another way you can help us. Pray for us. And that's what you can do without spending any money. But you could also help us by buying our merchandise. We have shirts and caps and shirts that we can my book. Give. Here we all pass around a donation bucket and we give. In fact, let's do that now, Chavaria. Here we go. And if you're watching online, every week you can give through Cash App. You can go to our website and give there. And one of the things that we're really looking for, if you really want to help us, become a $10 monthly giver. Just $10. $10 monthly givers. If you go to the website and you click on donate, it'll take you to that page where you're going to donate, and it'll say 10, 20, and 30. Choose to become a $10, $20, or $30 donor. I'm looking for $10 donors because those are the one it's such a small, insignificant number, but it'll make major impact in the lives of men and their families around the state of Texas. So become a monthly donor. That really would change, really, really help a great deal. And that's how you can help as a community. So that's what Choose to Change is. And I am very active in outreaching in our local community here in McAllen, Edinburgh, Mission. I go to events, I go to networking events, dinners, places where I can share. Everywhere I go, I promote Choose to Change and I tell them what we're doing. We're on a mission to restore families by inspiring, challenging, and equipping men to become better fathers, husbands, and leaders in our community. We're on a mission. So that's what we do, Chavaria. So, does anybody have any questions? Otherwise, we're going to close early today because I'm tired and hungry. And I really wanted to just share a little bit about what I'm having to refocus in my life, and I know that there's God is moving in our ministry in a way, in my evangelism, in my life, and I believe that I needed to be refocused, and I wanted to make sure that everybody understood what Choose to Change was all about. Next week I'll be here. I'm not sure what series or what I'm going to be teaching next week, but make sure that I'll be here ready, on fire, and ready to go. Yeah. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. God bless you. Pray for us.